Here's a little PSA on parenting, and you guessed it, not gonna be popular. Today's topic is swearing. Parents, it's just not that big a deal if your kids swear around you or swear around their friends. It all depends on the intent. If they are swearing at you and calling you names, that's not okay. But if they're expressing excitement or emotion, that's something to let slide. But I do think swear words should be reserved for intense emotional expressions. If you're swearing all the time, it just loses effect. I mean, y'all know if I throw out an F-bomb, it's gonna be pretty major. But damn straight if I stub my toe, I'm gonna say son of a bitch. Because my own kids reserve it for special occasions. When they swear, I'll listen. But I do think it's important to be considerate of others in public. And if as a parent you swear less, when you do, they will listen.
He's a dying breed. His daughter's 20 years of snow falling. She's 20 years of strangers looking into each other.
I actually get a lot of requests from adult children who are still dealing with toxic parents. I'm gonna tell you, tough love is you gotta cut off the money flow. I know it's hard to let mama and daddy's money go. I know that. But the second you do, you're gonna feel better about yourself. I mean, they say, I'm gonna cut off your college fund or I won't pay for college. Pay for it yourself. I tutor for the ACT, and one of my goals is that no kid pays for college. Did you know with a minimum of a 22, you can get a full ride? Now, it may not be to the school you want to go to, but at least you're not going to be controlled by your parents anymore. I mean, you've got to cut off the money flow. That's the first step to get rid of those toxic parents. This goes out to all the adults who just want to lump teenagers in a negative category and say, teenagers these days. You know what? Teenagers these days are awesome. They're fighters. They're dealing in a digital world. They've got all kinds of negativity being thrown at them. And we're going to judge them and treat them awfully? No. Teenagers respond to positive interaction. They are good. They want to be good. But if we act like jerks to them, of course they're going to act out against us. We're the adults. It's our job to change. It's not their job to change. Our job to change. I guarantee you, you treat a teenager with respect, you tell them they're awesome and you support them, they're gonna respect you back. It's time to stop blaming kids for what we've done to them. This is one of those videos I'm making just for the record. Here's the thing. If you in any way thought those girls delivered slushies to strangers, you got another thing coming. My kids have structure and they have rules. I am not a permissive parent. My daughter can't date till she's 16. Homework comes first. I mean, I do not understand where y'all get the idea I'm a permissive parent. What I am is a parent who understands what kids need to learn and to grow. And I don't get where you get that I'm permissive and my kids just have this free-for-all. They don't. They're loving and they're respectful and they're going to be successful. There is a huge word that needs to be cut from the parenting playbook, and that is the word control. At some point, we have to let go. We can't control them. By the time they're in high school, they should be able to listen to what they want to, wear what they want to, and do what they want to. And I don't mean crazy illegal stuff either. I just mean they need to be who they are. But if we're trying to control them, we're creating neuroses, which just means craziness for those of you who don't know. We have to stop trying to control our kids and let them grow up and be who they are. Y'all have a 15 and a 17-year-old. I'm not stupid about this. I get it. PSA on parenting, and you guessed it, not going to be popular. It has come to my attention that there might be something even worse than Life 360, and that's Bark. Life 360 just happens to be a little more popular right now. But Bark will monitor all your social media, all your emails, all of your texts, tell where you are at all times. I mean, I think it's more invasive than Life 360. You guys, we've got to stop it. There's an epidemic of over-controlling and over-watching our kids. Bark is, I think, worse than Life 360. And you know what they say? It creates more trust between parents and kids. It doesn't. It makes your kids sneaky, makes them crazy. You got to stop. We've got to stop over-parenting our children. This is nuts. I apologize in advance, but I have to say it. Here's your PSA on parenting. And you guessed it, not going to be popular. Stop berating and punishing your kids for not making a goal that you have set for them. Now, here's the thing. Maybe you say, I'd like you to get all A's this semester. And the kid tries really hard and they maybe miss it by a grade or two. And you say, oh, that wasn't good enough. Wait a minute. We have to reward the effort, not the outcome. Because if you put a kid down for trying and they don't achieve the goal you've set for them, your message is, well, that wasn't good enough. So they're just going to quit trying altogether. We have to start building our kids up based on their efforts and their abilities, not on the outcome. I mean, every kid who plays football is not going to make it to the NFL. And so we say like, oh, your efforts in football weren't worth it? No, please reward effort, not outcome. This video is in response to my step-parent video. Y'all weren't listening. I am not against all step-parents. My niece married a lovely man who is raising her son like his own. My dad raised 2 kids that weren't his. I mean, just because my kids have a step-parent doesn't mean that video was about our situation. I'm not against all step-parents. Some people step in and do a better job than some bio-parents do. But I'm talking about people who abuse the name step-parent and think kids should just automatically love them and respect them because they've gotten that name step-parent. They shouldn't. And nobody's probably going to share this video, but I'm going to leave that other one up anyway. But y'all need to know, step-parents can be an absolutely positive, loving influence on kids' lives. I'm not talking about the good ones. I'm not.
You don't need your phone. I'm going through your phone right now.
No, please, no. Please, no. I'll go outside.
Who have you been Snapchatting?
I'm going to teach you a new word and I'm going to apply it to these stupid parents. It's called Troglodyte. You are practicing troglodytic parenting if you are doing anything like taking doors off kids' rooms or removing the handles from doors or putting security cameras in their rooms. What kind of moron do you have to be to not understand that that's just going to escalate whatever situation you are dealing with your child? Most of the kids who endure these kinds of punishments are just normal kids, and all you're doing is make them hate you for the rest of their lives. I mean, some people might say, oh, it's because of self-harm issues. Well, that is a professional thing that should be taken care of by professionals. I'm not sure that applies in most situations. But y'all stop over-punishing your kids for being kids. PSA on parenting, and you guessed it, not gonna be popular. Stop denying mental health issues in your children. If a kid opens up to you and shares with you, holy shit, you jump right on that and say, how can I help? Do not deny or question why. We don't know why when we're suffering. And most of the time, we don't need clinical help. We just need somebody who understands and believes in us and trusts us and helps us get through it. So I'm going to share a mental health hack with you. Much of the time, just stimulating your senses with something positive helps change your state of mind. And a lot of times, really stable people have great coping mechanisms for life. I have a cabinet of Lush bath bombs. You might say, that's kind of crazy expensive. The look and smell of that cabinet right there bring my daughter and I all kinds of joy and conversation. It's worth it. Invest in mental health.